Alright, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to take a look at what is on the screen in front of you here. I have three graphs. And what I want you to do is I want you to decide if it's graph number 1, number 2, or number 3. That is a perfectly competitive firm earning profits. Which one of the three is a perfectly competitive firm earning profits? See which one is labeled which one has labeled the profit area correctly. Take a second, pause your video, and see if you can figure this out. So you have three graphs here. One of them is correct, two are not. But the two that are not are very, very, very common mistakes that kids will make on the AP test. I don't want you to be one of them. Alright? So let's see if you figured it out. I'll step out of the way real quick if you want to pause again here. Which one is correct? The correct one is, I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm going to tell you one that is wrong right away, and that I know why it's wrong here. So I told you to assume that these were profit maximizing perfectly competitive firms here, at least I hope I did. And if we know that, that means that this rule has to be true right here. MC equals MR, and that's going to help us figure out our quantity. So I'm going to go to graph number 1. And you notice we do not produce where MC equals MR. We produce a quantity that is less than that. And if you look here, what I did is I used the minimum of ATC, or the efficient scale quantity, to figure out the profit. So yes, I went from MR down to ATC and over and got my profit area, but the quantity is not right here. Don't make this mistake. Alright? You need to use MC equals MR to find your quantity. Now, that leaves us with number 2 and number 3 here. The next one we're going to look at, number 3. Number 3, look what I did here. Yes, I used MC equals MR, just like I did with number 2, but notice the difference. The ATC line here is higher than the ATC line here. Here I use the minimum of ATC to get my average total cost, but that's not correct, because at this quantity, my ATC is where that black dot is. It's not at the minimum. So the correct answer here is number 2. So we went to MC equals MR, we dropped down, found our ATC, went across. I guess the lesson here, when you do this, for the most part, for whatever reason, the minimum of ATC is really enticing to kids. But for the most part, you're going to stay away from the minimum when you find these profits. You want to make sure that you can see this gap here when you graph it, to show the graders that you know I am not going to the minimum of ATC. I'm actually a little bit higher. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you get to me and ask me. But these are two very common mistakes in graph number 1 and graph number 3. Please, please, please don't be one of those common mistakes come AP test time. Have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you later.